Welcome, welcome! All my Hebs friends around the world. I thought I did it well, the intro, and then I still went wrong. Oh well, that's life. That's okay. As you can see, we have already Zoia coming in the little picture there. Today we will be talking about art and flowers. Zoia has prepared a big presentation, talk about it all. I see people joining now. Zoia, welcome, bonsoir.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
As far as I can see now, I can see that Earl is here through Periscope. Tommy he just arrived on Hebs. Bonsoir, tout le monde. Good evening. Zoia, yeah, so what is exactly the theme of the flowers? Zoya disappeared again. I think this will become a little bit the theme of the night, that she goes in and out because she disappeared. That is the famous connection issues we have. Zoya, your connection keeps falling in, it keeps going in and out.
Yes, I'm here. I'm back. Sorry. Yes, it's my connection is going in and out, so I'm very sorry for this inconvenience.
Hello. I'm back. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting kicked out as well. Can I ask someone?
I'm back. We can talk right now. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but it's very, very. It's very hard. But anyway, we're gonna try it. Yeah.
Yes, let's try. Okay, so how about we start talking about the flowers, which is your flower, which is a tulip.
Exactly, my Dutch flower, the tulip, and it's tulip season, Zoya. So that is fantastic.
It is fantastic. So what's your favorite tulip pictures? Because you must have like tons of them from the Dutch masters.
The favorite, from my Dutch masters, I think I only get to some irises and sunflowers instead of tulips.
It's a new one. It's from the recent centuries. Like, what about the one which like 1700s and 1600s? Well,
Rembrandt, did he paint tulips?
No, I think Rembrandt was more dark artist, but there was plenty of them. And let me put on some of them, and I bet you know them. So, for example, this one, my computer is a little bit slow, but here there was a family of Boschard. I mean, I don't know. You maybe help me with reading the Dutch names. I'm not very good on it. There was the two guys. You know who is this? Ambrosius. There was Johannes and Ambrosius, and they all painted these beautiful still lifes with tulips.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
Yeah, and in comparison to all of the Dutch masters, as you know, they're very dark at the background. So this one and this one, which I will...
We have really connection issues. It's nearly impossible to do this, Zoya. Sorry, you're back now, but it's... Wait, let me just find that picture back. Yeah. Okay, good.
You see it? I was lost, and again I lost the connection a little bit, but yeah, but Isn't it fabulous in like in comparison to all the dark masters? I like this kind of blue background. It's making very light and actually contemporary.
And like, which year is this?
Oh, this will be like 1620s or 1650s, something that era.
Wow, that's very light. That's super light. I love it. It's very beautiful. As you said, it could be contemporary.
What do you call those tulips, which is like this kind of white and red? Do you have maybe specific name for it in Dutch, in
No,
Holland?
we have tulips in Dutch, and they're all called tulips, and then they all have like different, they all are named like roses. So roses all have different names, and it's the same with tulips. So it could be a royal tulip, as far as I know, it's not a specific name, but it is probably one with the rough edges or only with the different colors.
I see. So here is, I will give an example of the dark background. And this particular still life. Is it roses or there is tulip in it? I don't really see it from here because I have tulips and roses as well. This one.
Check.
This one is rather beautiful tulips.
Oh, wow.
Which is coming up now. Look at that. This is the same family. So this is Ambrosius Boschart.
Bosgaard, yeah.
Boschart. Yeah, so this is the tulips by Ambrosius Boschart, and the roses and other flowers with the grapes is by the female artist, and her name was Maria von Osterschuler, or something like this.
Oh, wow.
Family name is very difficult for me, but these are very pretty. Yeah, these are very pretty tulips.
Oh, wow, that's really nice. Parrot tulips, somebody says. Parrot tulips. Thank you, extraordinary construction. That's somebody on YouTube who says that. Parrot tulips. Very, very nice.
And so the still life on our right with the grapes was painted by this woman. If you can help me with her name, it would be wonderful.
Maria van Oosterwijk?
Oh, Oosterwijk. Oh, that's what is it? Okay. Yes, sure. So yeah, that was a female artist, which is rare in those times, and she was painting these fabulous still lifes. I'm giving another one, the bouquet of flowers in the vase. But they're all dark color background, and all the still lifes actually were made by the composition of the Pompeii masters. So in Pompeii there were some examples of the still lifes, and if you take any still life from the Dutch period, Dutch golden era of paintings, they all stole it from the Pompeii, because I guess at that time Pompeii was founded finally. So, and they started digging it out and finding these fabulous frescoes, and they just copied all the composition from that era.
Oh, wow. I'm just trying to shuffle the pictures a little bit around. Really lovely. Very nice.
And because, so now I will move a little bit further in history of art, and you probably even maybe know this place. So this is a painting of the tulips. It's not a still life tulips, it's more like a field of tulips, and it's by the Monet.
I'm just trying to find them. Have you already pushed them on?
I pushed it on, yes.
Which one is it?
It's Claude Monet Tulip Fields. You see it?
No, I don't.
It's frozen in my side there. It
okay,
doesn't move
I see it coming up. Yep, I see it coming up.
Okay, so
right.
this is tulip fields in Holland by Claude Monet. So apparently he went to Holland and he painted this fields. I actually never been in Holland. I think I actually been only once in Holland, and I was only in Amsterdam. So I hope that one day I will go and see the fields myself.
Yeah, well, the fields are opening. Well, not really. They're not opening up, but they are ready to be opened up soon because the tulips are growing. But yeah, normally very soon the tulip fields are opening. Well, you could still visit. Yeah, well, this year is not going to work. Sorry. I was
No, I
like,
know.
yeah, we could go. No, we can't. We can't. So
Now
that's
next year we have
next
a
year.
year to
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Wow. And there we
And
have
so,
a vase.
a vase with the tulips also by Monet, because basically when I'm thinking about Monet, I'm thinking more about lilies, right? We're thinking all about lilies and about landscapes. But okay, apparently at the very early career he was doing tulips as well.
Wow. So he was
And
invited, I think, no, to go to Holland. He would go certain times to Holland because I was in Monet's house last year, and then I looked at all that. So that it's very
ah,
nice.
yeah, in fact, when I'm thinking about tulips and paintings and in art, there are not so many tulip paintings, if not mentioning the one from the Dutch masters. Like in the 19th century, even in the 20th century, actually, there was not so many tulips in the art history. Like big painters somehow just didn't use them. I don't know. But actually, in 21st century, big artists very often using tulips, and I'll show you one of the painting. This one, this is by very famous English artist David Hockney, who
Mm-hmm.
is for last few years he living now in Normandy, and he doing this iPad art. So this is the digital art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's doing iPad art. He was like one of the first artists who started iPad art. And yeah, it's one of his from his series from Normandy. He's doing lots of flowers and landscapes. I thought it was fabulous. I'm not a big fan of the digital art, but this one is quite nice.
Wow,
And
very
there was
nice.
another one of
Okay, Zoya disappeared. I'm going to ask her to switch her camera. Zoya,
yeah.
can you
Yes,
switch
I'm back.
your camera off? I will switch my camera off as well. Then, like, it will be easier to digest the.
Okay.
So if you click in
Camera
that little radar, like at your name, yeah, exactly, perfect.
done. Yeah,
I do
maybe it's
this.
easier.
I'm going to do the same, and then
Okay.
voila, and then hopefully it will be a little bit easier to see everything.
Hello, everybody. You're in a clubhouse of Chantal and Zoya.
Or you're in the clubhouse, but with image. Now I
It's
have to
taking
get.
more.
Why does it not take my? Now it doesn't take me. I don't want me. Ah, good, it's gone. Yes, great. Okay,
Yes.
you're in the clubhouse exactly with pictures. So now it's just voices.
Yes. So here we have two examples of the digital art by famous English artist David Hockney, who is now living in Normandy, and I think he is fabulous. As for the 21st century art, I think it's looking great. And we can put this one, Johannes Borchardt, and that will be about 600 years in between. And
Wow.
I think you can put it all in one wall and it will be looking all fabulous and great.
But you know what is funny? Because it also reminds me a little bit of the piece of art that for the Mimosa Challenge, which
Yeah.
Nina made, because Nina also made iPad art. Did you
Yes.
see?
Yes.
Yeah, she also
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
a.
Yeah. It was very nice. Yes, it was very great. No, digital art is one of the arts which is I probably personally underestimate, but it depends on how people use it. It's always about the artist and not only about the art subject. And there is another picture about the tulip art in 21st century, and I guess most of people know it, and you don't like it personally because it's in Paris, but we can't say no, it exists. So this is tulips as well, right?
Wait, let me bring it on. Hold on, I'm just gonna put it on number one. Oh, hold on, I'm just gonna. Does it? Yeah, it made it. I'm gonna put it on number one, and then I take this one away. Yeah, that's the famous. Well, I call them
Jeff,
I call them the condoms, the Jeff Koons condoms.
well, yeah, well, he was also apparently inspired by tulips. I actually have to read why it was tulips and not the other ones, but yep, maybe it was easier to produce.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, for him the production didn't really matter so much because he donated the design. No, he donated the design to the city, and then the city had to had to buy from him the execution of the whole project. So that's easy. Let me give you an idea, but I have to work it out and make the money on it. Anyway, that's my little Jeff Koons joke.
Yeah, well, but it is 21st century tulip art.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go from the tulips to another, probably one of the favorite among the artists, flower, and it will be sunflower.
Yeah.
And yeah, sunflower. I will start from maybe not so much famous, but it's one of my favorite one. This one is by Klimt.
Yeah, nice.
I think he was not only a fabulous portrait artist, but all his decorative flowers and landscapes are just amazing. So this is the big solar sunflower, and I think I actually even know this kind of sunflower when sometimes you go through some garden and there is one big one and small flowers around it. So it just remind me the spring or summer in this way. And there is another Klimt with those sunflowers, which also exist when they're sunflower with lots of sunflower heads. And yeah, isn't it like it's make you happy when you watch this kind of painting?
Yeah, and also because it's that kind of art that, like, when you start to, you do your own, like me, my amateur art. That's how I would start to draw like little flowers and not that he makes like amateur art, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I would
well, because
start with,
you started from the details,
yeah,
and usually the artist started from the big subject and then the small details we painted afterwards. Because
yeah,
of course, it will take much more time and effort if you start doing from the small things, and yeah, and so you of course you're doing much faster and more in professional way to do it. Yeah, but this is like one of my favorite sunflowers from that from that era.
Not at all.
No, and there's somebody shouting to me. And let's go to the most famous sunflowers in the world. And I am pushing this button. And this is the name of the artist who painted this painting is Paul Gauguin.
Yep.
On the painting is Vincent van Gogh and famous sunflowers. This is a painting.
That he was painting. Wow.
Yes, exactly. And now I will find these famous sunflowers that everybody knew. Everybody saw at least once in a lifetime, even on some packaging or something. Let me scroll through all
or on
my...
some poster or postcard that you sent to your mother-in-law.
Or like, sometimes on a T-shirt or anywhere.
Yeah.
So this is one of the sunflowers on Van Gogh.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
Because I don't know, did you know that he actually painted 12 sunflowers?
12 different versions.
Yes.
Yep.
And out of them survived only 5.
And only 5 survived. Wow. But maybe there's 7 are still like in hiding some. Maybe I have them in my attic.
Oh, check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, exactly. I will check.
That's a good retirement plan.
Yeah. Well, I will be fine with one, I think. I don't need 7, just
This
one.
is one. This is one. I'm sending the second one that is still with us.
Oh yeah, that is the one that I know the best, I think.
I actually mixing up because they in the same vase with the same background with the same kind of way of hanging the flowers. I'm sometimes a little bit confused with them, but I know for sure that there is one that was bought by the Japanese art collector, and it's now in Japan in one of the private museums. And I saw it there, and I think one in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one.
I think this one, the big one that we have big in the screen now, that's the one that's in Amsterdam, I believe.
And there's one in London in the National Gallery as well.
Ah, okay.
And from some sunflowers, which was not in the vase, well, actually, the first one he painted and which disappeared, nobody knows where is it. It was this one. It's coming up, so this one. So this
Oh,
was
wow.
the first one that I don't know, somewhere was gone. And this one also. This one apparently was burnt in a fire in Japan. There was some,
Burnt.
yep. And one of the sunflowers of Van Gogh as well, one of his early sunflowers was this one, which is not the still life, but more like a landscape, but still it one of the Van Gogh's sunflower.
Oh, wow. They could be all different. They could be all different painters.
And that's what always my point. You know, we have to do once our podcast about Van Gogh. Let's do Van Gogh maybe next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like so interesting a character, and it's like so it's legendary, which is like an incredible legend. So why not to do it? Because I have my theory, you have your theory. You was where he was buried and where he died. I was where he was born. So we can talk about this.
Yeah, we can connect on that level. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, very nice. That's
And
nice to listen.
I'll show a couple more. So this one, I actually much prefer not the still lifes of Van Gogh in a vase. I prefer when he has like 2 paintings of the sunflowers on a table. And so this one is one of it. And I think it's just like very brilliant painting.
Ah, when it's like cut and he just like put it out there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought very,
That is
very...
for me more like that. You know, that is how I know sunflowers, like cut and then they're half dead, and then you dry the seeds and
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
It's
you
very...
eat the seeds.
Yes, and I love the seeds. You know me, I love the sunflower seeds. So this particular 2 paintings I very like.
I'm just like slowly taking all the other images away, so that we're going to be left with only the 2 that we need.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody says Van Gogh loved the yellow color.
Yes, he. I think not only he loved it, I think he was prescripted, if I can say that, in the mental institution where he was, because yellow color is the therapeutic color for the people with the mental issues. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. Before the 19th century, the mental institutions were called yellow houses because they had the yellow walls inside, and apparently some have therapeutical effects on the people who are sick. Yeah, so probably it was one of his savor, the yellow color.
Yeah, nice. No, but I like this kind of dramatic feeling of these flowers, because they're not super alive, but they're drying. They're becoming food.
Yes, yeah, it's just very nice natural still life.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go a little bit backwards from Van Gogh. So this one is the also very famous Dutch painter. It's Van Dyck.
Yeah.
And it's his self-portrait with the very big sunflower, which is also unusual because usually all the painters in those era, they were painting their self-portraits to promote themselves as an artist. So they usually stay next to the big portrait of somebody else, or next to the easel and with the brushes and with the palette, and not having a sunflower. But in this way, he had a sunflower. He doesn't have any brushes, and this is one of his most famous self-portraits of himself, because he was a very famous portrait painter.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah. And meanwhile, as I'm scrolling down the thing, I will show my paintings of the sunflowers, because every year I buy lots of sunflowers and I paint them because I want to be in the challenge of the all greatest artists about painting sunflower and subjects of different subjects. So this is some of my sunflower still lifes.
Nice. So which month of the year is this when you paint this? July, August. August, of course.
That will be August, September. I remember at the end of September, because it was my birthday and I was at the Monaco market and I was still buying the sunflowers. So it was still at the end of September. It was almost the end, but I was buying it for my art. And I don't know if you know this guy. He is Chinese artist, very popular in the last 10 years. Ai Weiwei, or maybe 20 years. And
yeah, exactly.
And
the Chinese lady taught me how to say it.
tell me.
Yeah, now I forgot IYY or something. Yeah.
Ai Weiwei.
Yeah.
Well, he did this. He didn't paint the sunflowers, but he did this huge installation of the sunflower seeds, which were made one by one by hand by some Chinese Chinese producers. And this is all made out of porcelain, so it was like huge hole in a Tate Modern of the porcelain seeds of the sunflower.
Okay, I'm trying to find his. Oh, there he is. IYY. Yeah. Okay, there he is.
Here we are. So this is also, let's put it, it's a contemporary art, 21st century, and it's sunflower.
Yeah, it's great. He looks like the seeds too.
It does. One big seed.
But where does he live now? Does he live in Germany? He doesn't, or does he still live in China?
No, I think he came back to China. He was staying in Germany, and then maybe he went to US or something. But he's controversial person.
Yeah, exactly, because he always has a little issue with the state and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the artistic things. Some of his artistic things. I don't follow his political issues.
Exactly.
So a little bit backwards from Ai Weiwei down to the 20th century, there was a very great German artist whose name is Emil Nolde, and he was the German expressionist. He might be also be the one of these artists from banned by Hitler artists, and he had the series of the sunflowers, which I also very like because they're very simple, but I think they are super great. Let me find it again. We're going down. Here we are. So there will be like 3 of them. So this is 2, there is 1, and there is a bunch of them. So this is Emil Nolde, the German expressionist from 1930s, 20s, 40s.
Very nice.
He especially was a great artist who painted wonderful skies and clouds, very dramatic. So flowers was his second probably passion, but the skies and the landscapes, if somebody will be interested to see more of his art, I highly recommend it to Google the name of this artist.
Emil Nolde.
Emil Nolde.
Let me see if I can type that in. So Emil Nolde. Voila. And it will show up. There you go. Yeah. Emil Nolde. Very beautiful.
Now there will be another artist, and he is Austrian. And also, you probably also heard he's very famous, Egon Schiele.
Yeah, Sheila. Yeah.
He's one of the these days one of the top most expensive artists to buy. And normally he was painting like nudes, and he's famous by his nude self-portraits. But he was doing lots of sunflowers apparently, and it's not your average Klimt, which very pretty. He's very rough and kind of brown color, and well, very chilly, very kind of uh, rough edge. So this is one, two, and the third. Three, one paintings and two watercolors of Egon Schiele.
Oh yeah, the little ones I recognize. This one.
Yeah, they're very not it's very not often you see them. There is another Schiele I'm sending to see this. So it's like kind of in between unfinished drawing and kind of very dry flowers, something like this kind of incredible mix, which what he was as an artist. His drawings are very and paintings are very dry and on the edge of whatever death, basically.
Yeah, that's what I see. They're dry. The water is kind of like gone. Yeah, beautiful.
He was also very dramatic artist for his life as well. And from Egon Schiele, I would go to another Germans. I don't know, Germans love to paint and to depict sunflowers. And now this will be 21st century sunflower artist who is very famous by his sunflowers, and this is Anselm Kiefer. And I don't know if you've been, he had a super great retrospective in Pompidou about 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been there?
No, I didn't go.
You didn't
But
go.
I know that he had that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was first time there to see his paintings because I never saw it before, and so you know the size of this particular painting is about 6 meters. I will show
Wow.
there will be the scale. Here will be the scale, so you can see how big are they.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The Anselm Kiefer is very big artist, not only big in his stories, but also big in his paintings.
He must have had a very big studio.
He actually has a factory somewhere near France. He lives also under Paris, and he has like a huge old ancient factory, which he paints, and he lives nearby.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's very incredible. It's just incredible as a dry sunflowers, again dry sunflowers, very dark sunflowers, but it's more about the rebirth because it's all about his personal history. So if you see under the sunflowers, there's actually the white naked man standing.
Oh
there.
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So it's he has a very he was traumatized as a child, and so he basically all his paintings is depicting his stories.
Oh wow.
To make a little bit nice and not so dark and dry, we'll go to the French artist Georges Braque. And Georges Braque, as you know, he was a very good friend of Picasso, and Georges Braque invented the Cubism.
Mm-hmm.
So this one probably was before he invented Cubism, and it's very pretty, unusual sunflowers, very French.
Nice.
And before Braque, there was Gustave Caillebotte.
Oh yeah, there we have Caillebotte again.
Yeah, your favorite artist who painted balconies.
Exactly. Who paints my balcony? Yeah.
Yeah, and he painted also sunflowers because it was a popular subject among the artists. And here is another sunflower by Claude Monet.
Oh wow.
So again, early times of Claude Monet. This will be my drawings of the sunflowers.
Oh, that looks nice.
As I said, I'm competing with the greatest and biggest.
Exactly. Nice.
And
you did that with the Japanese ink, or you did that with
charcoal.
Oh, charcoal. Yeah, no, I'm just
This one particularly made by charcoal. This is one of my biggest paintings. This is actually more than 2 meters paintings, which is I have a couple, but this one was one of my biggest sunflowers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Is it like a proper painting, or is it partly collage? No, it's
no,
painting.
no,
Yeah.
it's a full painting, oil on canvas. Yeah, it
Oh,
just
it's oil on canvas.
yeah,
Nice.
it's very big. Uh, I think that's. I'm just scrolling down to see if it's all about the sunflowers for today, and sunflowers. Yes, so we will go to another subject. Yeah, because I think yes, we went through the Van Gogh. Yeah, so I suggest so next flower will be our mimosa challenge flower.
Yay!
Let me put the Mimosa Challenge. As probably many of you knows, I started this year the Mimosa Challenge because to revive their creativity and so all people around the world will remember how great it was to sketch something when you were in school. And we did together with you a lot of drawings.
Exactly. I have them all here on my desk. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I thought, well, how about to see how many people in art was doing mimosa, and to say that mimosa is actually plant that came from Australia, so it's not European plant. So it's very modern in comparison to the history of botanics in Europe. So it started only being on a paintings only from the 19th century, 20th century. It was popular. And there was one particular Parisian artist whose name is Moishe Kislin, and he painted a lot of mimosa. So I am putting up. He did
Okay.
mimosa.
Oh wow.
It's just a lot. He's a Paris school artist who was living at the early 20th century. So it was like Picasso time, 1910, 1920, 1940. And he did, so this is one, two, there's a third one.
That's
He
beautiful. It's so soft.
And so Mimosa, I was like, I think he is the right now he's official artist of Mimosa because he did so many of them,
Wow.
and they're all different. I mean, they're all different mimosas. It's amazing how artists can do with just one vase and just one flower. He just do so many variation of it, and still be Kiesling.
Beautiful.
He was one of the artists who was in a group of the Montmartre artists, and I think he actually right now he has a museum there in Montmartre. I never actually had chance to go around the Montparnasse. So Montmartre it was 19th century, Montparnasse was the 20th century artists.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this one more of the Kiesling, and then I'll get to the other people. So this one is also like very bright mimosa color painting.
Nice.
And this one, the next one, this one is not by Kiesling, but by Matisse. And this is the mimosa with lemons.
Also very nice.
And another Matisse coming up, this one from his cutouts. And this is called mimosa cutouts.
Amazing.
And you
So
would
much,
never
so many paintings of like the same subject, and it all gives the same feeling, or it gives a beautiful feeling, but they're all different. It's very
Yeah.
overwhelming. It's beautiful.
Well, I guess, you know, like I know from myself, I like to take some subject that was challenged in the 19th century or even like in the 16th or 15th century and redo it in my way. So like I did torsos, right? So I
Yeah.
took the subject that is the most ancient art subject in the world, and I just redid it in my way. And that's what is probably all the artists did. So they just grabbed the flowers that is next by and saw other artists doing it, because Kiesling was living in the time of Matisse, so they know each other. And in those times, artists actually knew each other.
But a lot of artists still know each other, no? I
Yeah.
mean, you bump into each other at art fairs, or it's you know, it's galleries or same place, or
Not
it's
as
like,
much before. I think before it was much more condensed. So then this small landscape with the staircase is by Pierre Bonnard. And Pierre Bonnard, he did a lot of paintings of mimosa because he was living in Le Cannet. Ilekane is basically where the mimosa forest started, and then it's going towards Var. So he did painted a lot of mimosa paintings, portraits with mimosa, and I'm trying to find here the view from his. This is the next painting, is a view from his studio. And there is a portrait of the woman with mimosa.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I think mimosa yellow color is just exactly what we need in the gray days of winter.
Yeah, it's like the sunshine.
It is like a sunshine. And I am scrolling up to see more, and I probably will put some of my mimosa drawings. So I see there's another one. So here will be some of mine while I'm still looking for. I'm competing here the portrait of the cat with the portrait of the woman with mimosa.
Yeah, we remember that one.
He
Take this away.
He was laying there, and there is one more Kieslin painting of mimosa, which is again absolutely different from what he did and what we saw just before that. Yeah, so that's the mimosa challenge by the masters.
Yeah, exactly. Stunning talent around the world.
Yeah, and as I see that Kiesling is the winner of the competition because he created so many great mimosa paintings that even Matisse can't beat with him.
Yeah.
On the subject.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the other flowers I wanted to talk a little bit, it's sakura, which is right now going on in Paris, because I know that the Paris is now blooming with the cherry blossoms.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought I should talk before it's finished, the cherry blossoms. And cherry blossoms, incredibly, this year, even in Japan, they started blooming now when it's usually like in April, which is very unusual. So I prepared a special paintings of sakura because it is Japanese blossom. So this will be the silk screen from the artist whose name is Sakai Hoitsu. This is artist from the 19th century, and he did lots of sakura, lots of trees and flower paintings, very beautiful on a golden background, which is sakura tree and the maple leaf tree. So there will be two of them. I just put the sakura tree here only. And in Japan, sakura tree is, very important tradition, and I miss sakura in Japan because usually I am there for this season to sketch and paint my sakuras, which I will show right now. Mm-hmm. So I go usually at night around Tokyo or wherever I am, like this. Mm-hmm. And I sketch sakura without any light, so in a total darkness. And then I see in the morning what happened with my drawings, and I do it with oil pastel, and that's the result of my drawing. So this is the sakura in the water, sakura petals in the water, and here is the sakura holiday in Ueno Park, and there will be here we are. There's another sakura in the water, will be in a very famous spot of Chiadori Gafuchi, which is in the central Tokyo. And for about 5 years, I was going every year to Tokyo in this time of the year, and every night I will be spending sketching the sakura petals all around Tokyo.
Oh wow! Because we have Louise here, Louise from New Zealand, and she goes every season because her children live in Japan, so she spends every year, I think 3 months in Japan, if I'm right. So I'm sure she appreciates all this, and she shows us a lot of nature as well when she's down there. Wow!
Yeah, Japan has an amazing nature over there, and I am trying to find. Here is another. This is the detail of the Japanese painting of the cherry blossom.
I'm just taking a few of you like away now so that we can have. Does this work? Yep.
Cherry blossoms in Japan. In Japan, in arts are very interesting how they do it, because of course they don't have so much space. So they taken out some masterpieces only for certain seasons. So for example, now will be the sakura season, and all museum will take out from their storages the sakura paintings and masterpieces. So for example, in 3 months later you won't see them, so it's only in March or in April they will take out and show it on a display. When in the autumn they will show only maple trees, like special maple tree, Japanese maple paintings. So it's also like very interesting how the seasonal of the arts in Japan. And when we come to the Japanese cherry blossom are quite inspirational for 21st century artists, and probably very soon we can see the exhibition by the English artist Damien Hirst in the Fondation in Paris, which he did about the sakura. He did like these humongous paintings. I'm publishing it right now, and they are very big. They're about maybe also like 3-4 meters each. And it's all about the.
Oops! I took it. I took it away. I wanted to put it on number 1, but there it is. Thank you.
And so this is a humongous canvases that he painted during the confinement and for 1 year, because I was watching a little bit his social media and he was showing how he was doing it.
I saw like there is like also on Instagram he's selling something like small ones or something, and I saw it and it reminds me of the Mimosa challenge as well. He's Damien Hirst. Wait.
Yeah, no, he's not selling the paintings because it will be very expensive. He's selling prints of the prints.
Yeah, exactly. He's selling prints of the prints. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I think it's right now on every social media, because I'm having it on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's like everywhere.
Yeah.
They advertise it very, very heavily.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is the. I was actually thinking to talk about the roses in the arts, but then the roses, apparently the artists were not really into roses. There was a little bit roses in time of the Dutch painting. There was a little bit different mix of flowers, like this one, for example, from Odilon Redon. Seems like artists during the art histories, they love just a very natural out in the field flowers, so they'll just pick up random flowers or like a random bouquet from the market, and then they will paint it, which is absolutely great.
Yeah, no, I think so too. But I think like you should tell people about the Mimosa Challenge once more if they haven't participated yet.
Yep, let's put again the rules. So the Mimosa Challenge is still running until 10th of March. And the Mimosa Challenge is very easy. You have to sketch, paint, I don't know, sculpt something which is inspired by Mimosa, then post it on one of your social networks and tag it with 3 tags, which is Mimosa Art Challenge, Seborga, and Principality of Seborga. And if you want to nominate somebody, so if you think that somebody will enjoy doing the same, just tell them about this challenge, and then the Seborga, Principality Seborga is looking for these tags, and then they will put it as an exhibition on their website.
Yeah, so the exhibition with all the work will be there after the 10th of March then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And three people will receive. There will be the Princess Nina of Seborga will be looking at all the results, and she will select 3 of her favorite art pieces, and 3 of these people will receive her official photo with the signature.
A photo with a signature. Well, that's like amazing. I mean, I participated, so I hope I hope I'm gonna win. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Wait, let
you
me
know,
just look. Here's my picture. Oh, I showed up with some William Adolph. I was putting myself back
sorry,
on the
yeah,
screen.
I missed some of this. I missed some of the art pieces. So this William Adolphe Bouguereau was a classical painter whose paintings are all around Orsay Museum. And there was one painting for sale about maybe 2 years ago. I think Christie's or Sotheby's was trying to sell it, and it's like 25 meters wide and about 10 meters high. And they were trying to get it for 25 million and nobody bought it. And so it was like very pity to see that the great painting is there, nobody wants it, but for 25 million it's a little bit of money.
That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he was
I
given
know.
also Mimosa Challenge. So this is from late 1900s. So the Mimosa was already in France and he was painting it.
That's amazing. Well, I hope people feel a little bit inspired to do a little mimosa challenge and to make a picture and post it out there on the social media. Me, my husband, Nina, Peggy, Louise, they all participated already. Also Ricky. So we're still missing Stacy and Beater and no pressure, ladies, no pressure. You can still participate. I hope these mimosa paintings inspired you to do something. You can make pictures, you can glue it together, you can do it on the computer like Nina did.
Digital art.
You can take digital art, crayons, you can color it in. Stick flowers are hard. Stacy, of course stick flowers are hard, but if you don't draw them, then nothing happens. Just draw them. You can do it, Stacy. You can do it.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Stacy can do it. You can draw those mimosas, I'm sure. Yeah, no. So this has been very inspiring and a nice chat, Zoia. So hopefully next week we're gonna have
my image,
a better line. Yeah, there you are. Wait, I'm also gonna be back on. Let me see what happens. We're gonna be back on, Zoia and Chantal. Yeah, next to Kiesling. Voila, that looks good. Yay, you're still here. Yes, we're still here. We needed to take for Zoya's connection a little bit of this bandwidth out. So we've done that, and now it looks all pretty. So you guys can make screenshots. We are looking all pretty for you girls and boys. I know I can drink them. Anyway, so yeah, so please participate. Nina's been in there. Peggy has been in there. It may only be 15 minutes, but I'm now drawing something daily. Thank you, Zoia. Well,
welcome, Peggy.
That's a big compliment. I just put it on the screen. Gee, my computer is like so so Beater is saying thank you, Zoia and Chantal. Thank you, Beater. Thank you everybody for watching. So what are we gonna do next week? What is the next one we do?
Shall we do the Van Gogh?
Let's do Van Gogh, yeah.
Van Gogh.
The Van Gogh. Because I'm Dutch and I can say it. that will be my my effort to bring there the name. And then I hope but next week it will be we will see if you have a better line. We hope so. So thank you so much everybody for watching. Thank you, Zoia. And one day we will have a perfect connection and we will be better than Clubhouse. Oh, Zoia?
Yes, I'm here. I am lost. I removed the camera, so you don't see me.
Okay, yeah. maybe Zoya, we can do kind of a clubhousey thing on here, like after the Van Gogh one. Then we can invite a lot of the viewers and talk about some art. We could do that also once, like as an episode. I think that could
we
be
can try.
nice.
Yes, we can do our room in a clubhouse. Why not? And we can talk.
No,
about
we're not gonna do a clubhouse. We're just gonna do the clubhouse on here, so we have a few of the viewers on here to talk about some. That's, we're not gonna go to clubhouse. We have fantastic clubhouse here. We have our own Habs clubhouse.
Yeah.
This was great. So thank you, Zoya. We do this next week. We're doing Van Gogh, and then the one after we're going to do it with several others from the community. So thank you for watching, everybody, and see you soon. Bye, Zoya. Good night.
Bye, Chantal.
Bye.